I don't want to coop myself up in this box and withhold what I'm really feeling and really thinking and not share. Where do I want to start? Mommy's gonna film a video. Okay. All right, fam. Today I want to talk to you about some things that I have kind of been avoiding talking about. Silo is one of the topics that I am going to talk about in this video. There's also a few others that I just want to come clean about. If you've been here for a while, if you are a hardcore Raw Alignment fam member and you have been here since I had dreadlocks and dropped out of school and went to Hawaii and everything, you know that my videos have shifted a little bit. Like, I have built a business around sharing my lifestyle and sharing suggestions that I have, but mostly sharing my journey. And in the beginning, it wasn't like that. I didn't have an established business. I had no idea what I was doing. I was really just sharing my journey. And I think that my videos were a bit more naive, a bit more free-spirited. I just shared whatever the heck was on my mind, because when I first started, there were not 100,000 people watching every single video. There was maybe 1,000. Honestly, anyone else who is on YouTube can understand that those extra people watching, which I'm so grateful for, it makes a difference in how easy it is to just share anything that I want to. Because as time has gone on and Raw Alignment has grown, there are more people from different cultures, from different religious backgrounds, from different dietary backgrounds, from all walks of life tuning into my videos. Now, of course, everyone who tunes in here has a few things in common. Of course, they're interested in following along my journey. Maybe they're interested in law of attraction, manifestation, business, healthy living, fitness, nutrition, all of that. But not every single person who watches my videos is into all of those things in the same exact way as one another. So it's really interesting now putting out videos and having to consider, is there any way for me to appeal to every single person who watches? Not at all. It's not realistic. It's not possible. And it's putting unattainable expectations on me. I understand there's this whole belief by many people that, like, I choose to put myself out there, so I need to just deal with the critique. That's part of the job. I just want to pause for a second and say that just because somebody puts out their beliefs and their lifestyle, their lifestyle behaviors, does not mean that speaking and communicating in a cruel way is justified, in my opinion. I want to receive comments that are going to challenge me, that are going to inspire me and teach me new things. I love constructive criticism. What I don't love is people literally tearing me apart with no compassionate communication whatsoever. It's like I feel so much pain when I read certain comments and there's no understanding, there's no compassion, there's no constructive criticism is just the easiest way to say it. So where am I going with all of this? Just in general, I feel that there are unattainable expectations put on me, and that has basically made me stay quiet because I have been fearful to speak my truth and have 50% of the people watching have a huge fucking issue with it. I need to let that go because that's not who I really am. Who I really am is a girl who chases her dreams, who dives into new things, who changes way faster than the seasons, and who grows and learns new things and challenges herself and speaks her mind without holding back. That's who I've always been. And I think I've lost touch with that just a little bit as Raw Alignment has grown bigger, and there's just so many different perspectives being thrown my way in every single comment section. And again, this is something that anyone who posts their work, their creative projects out here on the internet or anywhere, that's something that we immediately expose ourselves to. And I understand that I'm choosing to do that, and I stand behind that decision. I want this video to mark a turning point for me, and mark a turning point for my videos. From here on out, I do not want to hold back anymore because I am afraid of what the comments are gonna be. I just want to be myself. I understand I have responsibility to share positive messages, and I try my hardest. But I do want to share that I've never, ever been the person to research and research and research before doing something. Now, some might say that's irresponsible. Some might say that's stupid. Some might say I shouldn't be making videos then. But that's just not what this channel is. That's just not what I'm here to share. I'm here to talk about intuition. I'm here to talk about listening to my gut and diving into something that just feels right. Have I made mistakes? Absolutely. Am I human? Yes. Have I learned so many new things through mistakes that I've made? And honestly, I don't see things as mistakes. I see them as learning experiences. So there has been a lot of controversy with my new puppy Silo, where he came from, how I justify my decision. I don't really know where to begin because I know that there are going to be a number of people watching this who, no matter what I say, because I made the decision that I did, you are going to fully 100% disagree with me and have a big issue with what I did. And that's why I have been very hesitant to share anything at all, because I know that there are gonna be hundreds, if not thousands, of people who fall into that category. But this video is not for those people. This video is for those of you who are watching who have been tuning into Raw Alignment for a while, or who just started, and you know that people make mistakes, and you know that just because I make YouTube videos and just because there are almost 800,000 people subscribed to this channel doesn't mean that I am exempt from being human, right? I'm not on some pedestal. And those of you who understand that, I'm talking to you. Yes, I bought Silo from a breeder, and I did look at shelters in the nearby area before choosing to just go straight to a breeder, because I did have a general understanding that it would be more humane to adopt than to shop. So I looked at tons and tons of shelters in Colorado, and I was searching for a mini golden doodle. For various reasons, I don't feel it's fully necessary for me to go down the list and share exactly why, because then this just feels like a justifying video. Then this just feels like a video of me defending myself, and I'm not here to do that because the decision was made. I am in love with this puppy and am so dedicated to giving him the best life ever. So I don't want to turn this into a let me defend myself video. I'm just here to express what happened and how I felt about it behind the scenes, behind all of these comments and everything, and where I stand on it all. Yes, I looked at tons of shelters. I did not find a puppy golden doodle. I didn't. And so I started to look for breeders because there were specific reasons I was interested in this specific breed. And I know there are people who are gonna say, that's fucked up. It's a designer dog. You just want him for your YouTube videos. That's fucking not true. I'm sorry for the vulgar language. I know I rarely swear on this channel, but there are so many assumptions coming from so many different directions, and I'm here to speak my truth. That's not true. That's not who I am at the core. So yes, I got Silo from a breeder. Yes, the breeders were heavily focused on health and not money and not overproduction of puppies. They were not overbreeding the parents and treating the mother poorly. They were extremely focused on the health of the puppies. And that was something that was a huge priority for me. I do also want to state and disclose, like I said earlier, I've never been a hardcore researcher. And yes, you can say that that makes me fucked up for getting this puppy and not doing more research and not spending 6 months looking at every single shelter I could. I just got a message earlier today about how the potting soil that I put in these plants that I just got is not vegan, and how I'm hypocritical for that. And I just didn't know, like I had no idea. And honestly, this is gonna sound silly as well because I'm a vegan, right? But I didn't really know the extent that I didn't know that there were puppy mills in the US. I watched Earthlings like 4 or 5 years ago, and I thought that puppy mills were only in Asian countries. Like, there are just aspects of this that I didn't know. Anyone who knows me in person knows that I'm human too. And yes, I could do a little more research. Yes, I could educate myself a little more in so many aspects of life. I am so thankful for everybody who has shared constructive criticism and sent me shelters, animal clinics, just all of the resources that those of you who speak compassionately have shared with me. And that doesn't negate my sorrow for all of the comments that are just so fucking harsh. Like, I'm sorry. Yes, there are some people who respond really well to tough love and non-constructive criticism, just like, taking jabs left and right. I'm not one of them. I'm a sensitive human being. And if somebody is going to try and sway me in one direction or try and teach me something new, they need to talk lovingly to me in order for me to be receptive at all. I don't know if any of you can resonate with that, but this whole situation has been extremely stressful and taxing on me. And yes, in a way, I have made a mistake. I get that. At this point, it is done with. And I am blessed as fuck for Silo in my life. These past few weeks, I guess month or so that I've had Silo in my life, it's just, it feels so right with him and I love him so much. So just to kind of wrap up and conclude, if you're watching this video and you no longer put me in the category of vegan, that's 100% fine. I understand that. The main point of this video is to speak to those who just want to hear me speak to it and just want to hear me address it and be open and honest. And I am so sorry that this took so long for me to share. I hope you can understand the turmoil that I was facing if you were to put yourself in my shoes. I hope that you can just understand where I was coming from and why it took me so long to think through all of this and process it and figure out how the heck to share it. But honestly, when it comes down to it, there's no how to share it properly because there's always gonna be people who completely disagree, and I get it. And this is an apology to anyone that I let down. I am so sorry. At the same time, I beg you not to hold me up on this pedestal like somebody who has to make every single decision of my entire life in the best way that appeals to everyone, because it's just not possible. Yes, I understand I could have acted differently in this situation. Honestly, this feels so good to just release and share with you directly and to open up the door for future conversations like this about any topics that I feel compelled to share about, any topics that you would like me to talk about. I don't want to coop myself up in this box just because there are so many people watching and withhold what I'm really feeling and really thinking and not share, because that's not who I am at the core. That's not what this channel is supposed to be. That's what makes this channel different, is that talk about it all. So I'm sorry for the delay. I'm gonna leave this comment section open. I've never closed a comment section before, but if you have watched to the end, I just ask you to please be kind. If you have something you would like to share with me, something that can enhance my education on any of the topics I talked about today, I would love for you to share so in a kind, compassionate, nonviolent communication type of way. And if not, then that's okay too. I just understand where you stand with your own upbringing of communication and your own current suffering. I get it. Like, we're all going through things. I don't want to end this video on a sad note, so I figured I would end it while snuggling my love. Just because you weren't rescued doesn't mean you don't deserve the best life ever. Because you do. And you're falling asleep in my arms. Okay. Thank you. And I'll see you in the next video.